We're making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. My name is Zizi Lupelwana. So today I want to speak about two things rather. The first thing that I want to speak about, or that I'm largely going to be speaking about, is Fikile Mbalula. Fikile Mbalula is saying the ANC needs to win majority coming next elections so that they can regain their powers, their governing strength. So before I get into that, because I also want to read an article, I want to touch on two things. The first thing that I want to touch on, which I think is a little bit funny, is the fighters, Komisar Nkululeko Dunga, SG Mashal Dlamini, Komisar Sinawo Tambo, a spokesperson, when they met with Floyd at Ward 24. There was a by-election yesterday at Ward 24, and Kwatijano, and the vibes were awkward. I had asked the fighters, if it was you that met Floyd, how would you have felt? How would it have been for you? And a lot of people were answering there, and I found it quite funny. Also, another thing that I really want to touch on, which I feel it really disturbed me a little bit, just before I get into Fikile Mbalula, is Mnqobi. There was a member of the MK party yesterday who, during Sihlelonzi's questioning in Parliament, he took a mic and he was like, this thing must come to a stop because we have to be somewhere, Tina. We've got things to do. Today there is a video surfacing. Mnqobi, and I'm going to play it for you guys. Mnqobi, the member of the MK party, and the chair, who was sitting there, not allowing Sihlelonzi to question the employment of Gwede Mantashe's son, and others were in a car together. They actually went to Parliament together. That is why Mnqobi was defending him. And I saw yesterday a lot of MK people were saying, no, the reason Mnqobi was saying that it's because Usihle was destructive. And I'm saying Mnqobi could have kept quiet because that had nothing to do with him. He could have kept quiet because the questions that Usihle was asking, they were actually valid. And there's a list that's actually published that I want us to look at. There's a list that's published where credentials of people who are there in the board are listed. And the one for Gwede Mantashe, the only credentials that are there is son of Gwede Mantashe, nothing else. Nothing else. So there's a reason why Usihle was questioning that. There's a reason. And Mnqobi should have kept quiet. Now, a video of them, apparently they made a video before they went to the sitting yesterday. That's why he was defending them. That's very, very messy for the MK party. They are there in Parliament to hold the opposition and in the governing to hold them accountable. They're not there to play. Even if they play together outside, but when they are there in the plenaries, they are there to work. And they should never blur the lines. They must not blur the lines. They must not blur the lines. So, okay. So before I get into Fikile Mbalula, because I feel like I've done such a long intro, and I feel like when I started talking about Osnao meeting with Floyd, I should have just dealt with that point and finished, because now I'm forced to go back to that point. Please bear with me. Be patient. Be patient with me. It seems like I'm excited. I don't know why. So, so in Ward 24, there was a by-election, as I said earlier, and we came third in that by-election, ANC, MK, EFF. And obviously, during the campaigning, fighters bumped into Floyd Chivambo, and I saw Marshall was like giving some thumbs up, like, hey, of course, if you were friends with someone, I mean, if you see them, I'm that person. If I see you, I will not just pass. I will say hi to you. Even if you don't answer me, but I will still say, hey, you know, even if you did the most terrible thing to me, but I will still say hi and pass, you know. So, I mean, Marshall, of course, they were friends with Floyd, you know, so he was like a thumbs up, like, sure. Of course, maybe the camera caught them when they were ending the conversation. We don't know. I wish I was a fly to hear what they were saying. Mnqobi Dunga had his sunglasses. Mnqobi Dunga loves wearing sunglasses. Had his sunglasses on, and he was just standing there like, okay, no, I don't want to get involved in this. This is too messy, and I don't want, like, it's like always prepared to go. I don't want any pictures taken of me here being friendly. And then now, I think maybe because Floyd maybe was having a conversation with Marshall, the way he was looking at him, it's like, when. Like, it's like the way he was listening. You know, when you're listening to someone that you don't like. You know, when you are in a gathering and there are people talking, let's say two people are talking and you don't like one of them. And when every time they talk, it's like you don't want to listen to them. But obviously the circumstance forces you to listen. So it's like you're listening to them, but you're like... And even when they're saying something right, when you don't like someone, you're like, ugh, you bought it. So that was now. Anyway, yeah, okay, so I'm done with the drama now and this now and the Floyd Chivambo. Tell me how you would have reacted if it was you. Would you be a Marshall or would you be a Snow? Okay, now moving on because I'm running out of time. I'm gonna play the video of Mnqobi up, Necho Mizaki, the ones that were going after Sihlelons. I'm gonna play that video. Actually, I wanna first play the party that Mnqobi was talking yesterday. I wanna play that part first, and then I'm gonna play the video with his friends. No wonder. So the reason Usnawo was so persistent yesterday, it's because first of all, everyone who's appointed here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 people that are here, they all have credentials. Like for Mzekelo, the first person is a reappointment board chairperson, is reappointed. The second person is the former premier of KZN. The third person is the board of directors development agency. That's his credentials. He was a board of directors then. The fourth person, CFO at Gert Sibande District Municipality. The fifth person, former DG at DHE. The sixth person, University of KZN. The seventh, board member since 2020. 8th person, acting executive director of infrastructure. 9th person, ANC Deputy Regional Secretary. 10th person, President of South African Chamber. 11, District Executive Manager. 12, former Deputy Minister of Communications. 8, now, do you hear the credentials of the people that are in this board? 8, son of the ANC National Chairperson, Gwede Mantashe. That is his only credentials. Why is he there? That's what Sihle wanted to know. Are you aware? And he does not even qualify for the position. Everybody has got credentials listed here. Yena, he's the son of Gwede Mantashe. That's all he has. Haibo, guys. So this is why Sihle was questioning. And so, as I said, MK members, if they didn't want to back up Sihle, they should have kept quiet. They should have kept quiet. Anyway, so yeah, let me play the video for you so that I can get into Fikile Mbalula's article, so that we can dive into Mbalula.
The meeting is degenerating, you know, and some of us would rather be doing other work of parliament and other work of the organization that deployed us here. Could you please ensure that you take the house back to order? We are really degenerating, and we do not want to see this.
Thank you very much, Honorable Khabo.
Good morning. My name is Tebogo Litsie, a member of the Portfolio Committee on Higher Education. Today I'm with 3 other members who are on our way to work for our 9 o'clock meeting. They will introduce themselves.
Morning, good people. I am Honorable Mnqobi. We're going to be dealing with issues with the entity
called NSFAS, in particular issues around meal allowance distributions.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your guy, Honorable Khabo, a member of the Portfolio Committee on Higher Education and Training.
Oh yeah, good morning. My name is Siduga Lotsepolo. We are with NSFAS. Be with us.
So yeah, guys, again, disappointed by MK's conduct. They should just shut the F up if they don't know what to say. Anyway, moving right along. Fikile Mbalula says that ANC must win elections outright to bypass the DA's resistance in the GNU. Of course, ANC is feeling, of course, they are not easy now. Things are hard for them. So now they are saying they need to win elections. Otherwise, they're still going to suffer. So he says here, the African National Congress Secretary Fikile Mbalula says the only way the party can overcome opposition from the DA, a member of government, is to win the next elections with an outright majority. Speaking at the Duma Mnqobi Memorial Lecture in Sedibeng on Tuesday, Mbalula said the ANC would not be deterred, even as the DA continues to challenge key government policies in court. Comrades, the misinterpretation of Expropriation Act is evident that the beneficiaries of apartheid will not sleep, Mbalula said. And Mbalula. Mbalula are the ones that said it's better to work with the DA. The DA is the devil, it's not the fire. Wara. So, whatever that the DA does to them, they deserve it. Whatever the DA is doing to them, they deserve it. They deserve it. So I'm not feeling sorry for them. And Mbalula is the one person that had been defending the DA so much. Now he's feeling the heat now. Similarly, those who have taken us to court for advancing employment equity are working overtime to reverse the gains of our freedom. Because the DA on all the acts that have been passed, they've taken them to court. Like they're trying to reverse the Expropriation Act. They're trying to reverse So Utu Mbalula, they are trying to reverse the gains of their freedom. So they need to win elections upright. The DA has challenged both the Expropriation Without Compensation Act and the Employment Equity Amendment Act in court and has a track record of legal opposition to ANC policies. You knew that the DA has a record of legal opposition to policies and you still chose to work with them. So I don't feel sorry. In April, the party successfully contested the adoption of a fiscal framework in Parliament. Although the ANC had secured the budget with backing from both the GNU allies and unaligned parties such as Action SA, Build One South Africa, and the DA, Freedom Front Plus opposed it. Despite being the second largest party in the GNU, the DA has failed to politically stop the key legislation, including basic education laws, Bella Bill, and the National NHI Act. Mbalula says the ANC must secure a decisive electoral mandate to prevent policy gridlock. It is clear to us as the ANC that the only way to overcome strategic setback is to win the elections with an outright majority, he said. However, comrades, we must not just win the elections to manage contradictions, but to ensure a radical and rapid socio-economic transformation. So that was Fikile Mbalula. He says, he continues to say, our people have said through the ballot that they want radical and accelerated change, he said. As the ANC, we must listen to the masses and not justify the unjustifiable. Acknowledge the party's failures to win more than 50% in the last election. Mbalula dismissed the claims of voter migration. Our people simply decided to stay home. They did not go to any other political party, he said. If they had, we would have a completely new government in the republic. He stressed that the ANC remains the country's largest party and will continue to push forward with legislative agendas. That is why, comrades, with that 40%, we will deepen transformation, he said. We will pass laws and deepen transformation, the Bella Act, NHI, Expropriation Act, Employment Equity, and more. Those who are in court to challenge these laws of transformation must gear up for a long battle because we're not going to stop. Yeah. So yeah, that is Fikile Mbalula. So you guys, let me know what you think. Honestly, I feel like everything that is happening to them on Mbalula, it serves them right. It teaches them a lesson. It really teaches them a lesson. So I'm happy with what's happening to them. So yeah, guys, I think let's meet in the comment section. I didn't want this video to be long. Let's meet in the comment section. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zizipolo Pelwana, and this is Simple Politics. And subscribe to this channel. Let's get to 25K, guys. We are almost there. Subscribe. Let your friends and your family members subscribe to this channel. It is free of charge. And if you can support the channel, please do support. I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta continua. Until the next time.